This is GH today. I am Serwaa. I'm here. Somebody needs to check. I mean, can you put up my name? I need to check what name they put there because it's very important. You know, I have my followers saying that they actually want to see how my name is tagged. So whoever is doing the tagging, well, Nurain is there, so I trust Nurain. Please, you've got to add Esquire to my name now. Thank you very much. Good morning. You're all welcome to the show. This is GH today, and as usual, I am pleased to come your way this morning. It's my first time on TV after becoming a lawyer, isn't it? And I'm very, very excited about it. And I'm happy that Mutala is here with me and we'll be doing the show together very shortly. But officially, you're welcome. And I hope that amazing things happen to you today. I hope that you've had a great week. But today, tomorrow, till the end of the week, I hope that you really, really, really have good things coming your way. Good morning once again, and I am Serwaa Amihere. Let's begin the show with our quote of the day. Well, our quote of the day is by Colin Davis, and he says, "The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same." So have that in mind. Let's bring you our word of the day. Kind courtesy, Nurain.
Today's word is EPH. EMERAL. Ephemeral. It's an adjective. Ephemeral simply means lasting for a short time. Let's exemplify it. Grandma always tells us to live our best because life is ephemeral. Ephemeral.
Thank you very much, Nurain, for giving us all of these words. And I keep telling you to learn a word or two every week to enrich your vocabulary. It's now time to bring you our video of the day. It's Thursday, so expect a throwback music, but very good. Song, isn't it? I really have loved that song all that while, but I have a special request by Kim Paluta Apeke. GHOne, please, you need to play that song for me because my followers want me to play it. But yes, I hope that you enjoyed that one. Asem with Goodbye and what's Kwabena Kwabena? Yes, it's a very good one. Anyway, let's get into serious business now. And today we'll bring you Court Today a bit early because Mutala is here with me. It's time now for Court Today. Mutala, good morning.
Good morning, Serwaa Amihere, Esquire.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. How are you?
You know why the day is so exciting to me?
Today?
Yeah, today.
Okay, why?
One, the first time meeting you on set officially as a lawyer. And two,
You're so dramatic.
I'm a Thursday born, so I'm here. So
I'm a Thursday born too.
Wow. So
Yeah.
share today with this.
Yeah, I'm a Thursday born too.
So the question out there is, within the last few days, from last week Friday till now, compared to previously, what do you see? What are the reactions?
You want to interview me on the show?
I'm not interviewing you. I just want to know.
What do I see, or how do I feel?
How do you feel? Let's.
How do I feel?
Yeah.
I'm happy for this new chapter of my life. You know, I'm excited about it, and I am praying to God to, you know, let it be even more exciting than I think or I expect it to be.
Promises to be so.
I am so sure.
So last Friday when I was walking to the Accra International Conference Center for the program.
Okay.
For those who are more familiar with me, it's you they were asking about.
Is it?
Yeah. And before then, there were videos of you entering the premises. And then it was all over. The questions, Serwaa. So now Serwaa is a lawyer? I said, yes. Officially, she's going to be a lawyer. But I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
I want your reaction or your your feeling. Just let me know what you feel.
What is it?
Yeah.
Usually, what is it?
Let's see what I have for Serwaa. Let's see this one.
Serwaa Amihere.
Mutala, is this the news you have from court today?
So at this particular point, I share with her, how did you feel when you heard the name Joyce Serwaa Amihere? And this one, I will add the Esquire. How was it like? Share with us. The viewers want to know. This very moment, how was it like?
Well, it was very emotional. You know, especially you were there, so you had the cheers.
The atmosphere.
You know, yes,
wow.
And I was happy because I could tell that people were happy for me. You know, a lot of some students come and then there's little or no applause at all.
That's so.
And then for those who were in there, the applause was so loud.
It looks like everybody who came there because of you.
Well,
Some
not really.
Forgotten about their own relatives who were there.
Not really, but
not really. But it looked like there's something so special about you, but at the program, and the fact that I don't know. I've been covering this very call to bar, the mini one, but this one feels a bit different in my view in terms of the atmosphere, the energy, and all of that. And I'm sure
Yeah,
that
there
the mates,
was-
everybody who was part of this very, or who is part of this very call, will be so proud to have you as a colleague and all of that. Congratulations.
Well, I am also proud to have my friends as my friends, but it was a great feeling.
Yeah,
and
it was.
congratulations to all 824 of us who got called to the bar last Friday. Tomorrow will be exactly a week,
1 week.
Since we were called. And I know that everyone is excited. Look, if you have been to law school, you will understand the joy and the excitement. So I have seen people who have said that some people are doing too much in how they are celebrating. But please, the only people who are allowed to say others are doing too much are the people who have gone to law school for 5-6 years, have gone through the stress that we have all gone through. Until then, please keep quiet and allow people to enjoy and celebrate in the manner in which they want to celebrate, because it's tough. It's very, very tough, but we did it.
It is
so
easy on a day, on the eyes of like we have worked. It looks so beautiful.
No,
and
but
easy.
it's
but the
it's
work you
difficult.
have to put
Yeah,
in there
yeah.
before you are called to the bar. 40 subjects definitely will come with 40
yeah,
exams.
yeah. And you have to read so many. Mutala, I don't miss it, but I kind of miss it.
That's why I'm so proud of you. That
It's a lot of work,
to go
but
through, it's a whole lot of work.
Yes,
You
it
don't
is.
have your personal life to yourself. Every single minute you have to be reading.
It's tough, Mom, but the good thing, and I have to say a big thank you to my friends. If you follow me, you see me post my friends, after the call. There are some that many people have known me with already, but you need the group,
Such
you need the
friends.
support, to be able to pull through. You can't go to law school and go through it all by yourself on your own. It's almost impossible.
people to-
But I had a very strong support system. Even in school, both outside school, yes, I did have an amazing, like the best support system. But in school, I made I'll
Good
say
friends.
some 10 friends, very, very close friends, who were with me all through it all. From Gimpa days all through to Makola. There's Miguela, there's Stella, there's Lucy, there's Nat, Joy, Justice, Delphina, Peter. Oh, the amazing people.
It will be a
amazing
proud moment
people.
to see all of you together.
And we
that
all
day.
passed,
Yeah.
all of us passed. So I'm very happy. Anyway, enough about
I have
what
one
you
more
have-
question before I go.
Okay.
There are people asking me, are you really going to practice? Are we going to see you in court on your feet?
Of course, but you saw me in court on Monday.
Yeah, I did.
I started
And, yeah.
my pupillage already.
Yes, and I'm proud and I'm happy to see you on your first day.
In court,
Court,
right?
yes.
Yeah, so I officially started my pupillage on Monday.
Sure.
And, lawyers are not supposed to advertise where,
Absolutely,
their
that's
crap.
one.
But I started my pupillage, and on Monday, I saw you in court
Yes,
I was with my seniors.
Seniors, yeah.
And on that first day, I got introduced as well. You saw that.
I saw that,
it
yeah.
means that, God is doing something good for us,
So
isn't it?
for those who are asking if Serwaa is going to practice, there you have it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
there
didn't
you
go
have
through
it.
all of that
She's
5
already
years
in
to
the
just
court.
sit at home. But yes, I'm going to practice.
Yeah,
I've
so
started-
wearing the gown, wearing your wig, and all of that, sitting at the bar, how does it feel like?
Mutala, let's move on. But thank you so much. What have you got for us?
Congratulations once again. So this morning, the big one, the National Service ghost name scandal is up today. So Gifty Owari and then Osei CB entry, both of them are expected in court. In fact, they are on 2 different charges. Each of them is facing their own charges. Gifty is on 5 counts, then Osei CB 14 counts. So the expectation is that they will appear before their respective court today, and then their plea, or they will be asked whether they are guilty or not guilty, and then their responses will be taken after the court will deal with the issue of bail and all of that. So one thing that we should expect today coming up is that the ghost names issues that have been deviled, allegedly happened at the National Service Authority is expected to come up today. So today, that is the case. In fact, the Attorney General filed the charge sheet sometime on last week, Thursday. And so as we speak, we hope that today, or the expectation is that today, they are in court. They will be appearing in court for their pleas to be taken. So that's one of the things that we should expect. And so, you notice that there was this case that took place as far back as in 2020. I know many people would have forgotten about it, but that's the essence of this show. A landlord who is alleged to have killed his tenant, a musician, Benjamin Autry, sometime in Ofankor 2020. He's in court today, back in court today. And of course, there's a video of him. I think we have seen the video of that. Let's watch that video of Nana Kankam, who is alleged to have killed the tenant when his tenancy agreement was due, and then there was a misunderstanding and all of that. Prosecution led by Sefa Kobache, a chief state attorney, is calling witnesses and all of that. So today, before Justice Marie Louise Simmons, we expect that case also to come up. So we'll not bore you so much. This is all we have for you this morning by way of court today in relation to things that you should expect in court coming up today. So Serwaa, Serwaa Amihere Esquire, first lawyer on the channel, on the show, hosting GH today. That seems to be an achievement on its own, isn't it? The first lawyer to be hosting GH today.
Oh.
I may be wrong, but I think, as far as I know.
Mutala, please. Well, coming up on the show, a very exciting, interesting show. There are many things that we'll be talking about on the show this morning. You don't want to miss it. We will talk about the minorities press conference on the merger or the between AT and Telecel. They say that they are not happy because they suspect some under-dealings. We will also talk about a few other things later. PSC Esther will join me on the show. And then the youngest lawyer will also be on the show. So it promises to be a very exciting show this morning. Please don't go away. Stay right here with me. Let's tell you what's in the newspapers now.
Most of you here. To tell you the truth, this process was awarded in 2019. In 2019, the cost was $100 million. They were supposed to connect about 950 facilities. About $77 million have been paid, and about 450 facilities have been connected. These are the issues. I won't go into details. The contract was such that as you build, as you go along, it is a property of the state. It is not proper for an individual to host the patient's data in this country. That is not proper. So if I begin to insist on that, I'm the bad one. If I begin to insist on that, I'm the bad one. So somebody must switch it off and on to blackmail so that it will be seen that the minister is not doing well. But I will insist on it. There is a lot I can tell you. This gathering is big. We will reset it. As for
Right, so on Inside Out this morning, you know that we do Inside Outs with Ibrahim Al-Hassan, and we are focusing on the health sector. The health minister, Kwabena Kando, has been speaking. He's complaining of a supposed sabotage against the National Health Insurance Scheme. And Ibrahim,
yes,
what's the minister going on about? What's the problem?
Well, it talks about a system that has linked almost all the hospitals relative to the National Health Insurance Scheme for claims made and then claims payment and what have you. Recently, there was a glitch, and so many facilities has resort to cash and carry. So the dreaded cash and carry, where when you go to a hospital, instead of you being directed to the National Health Insurance office there for your details to be checked, for the officer there to determine as to whether your card is valid and current or not, went down. And so in many facilities, people had to pay physical cash. The minister says, per initial investigations, it points to sabotage, and that somebody deliberately did this. And then he also relates to the patient's data. You know, government hospitals are now linked. So for instance, when you go to 37 military hospital, you are not expected to carry a physical folder. All you need will be your hospital card. And when you see the doctor in the consulting room, he's able to assess your history. No longer going with a file. You know, in the past, when you go to a hospital, you have to go get your file, physical hard copy file, and then you walk to a doctor who will then take hold of the file and review your history and know exactly what brought you there. Now, what government has done, and it didn't start today, it started in the past, is to make this electronic. And so it talks about the fact that your data, my data, when we visit hospitals, and whatever is written about us, government doesn't have a control over that data. It sits in the hands of a private entity. And to him, as a health minister, that's not good enough. This is your data, my data, and anybody who visits a hospital or a medical facility's data, information, sensitive information about what is wrong with you, and the medications you are given. It's for the doctors to review and know how to treat you, how to attend to you. He believes that such data should be in the hands of the state. And that's what he related to. So 2 things. He talks about the fact that there's been an attempted sabotage of the health insurance system. Reason why the glitch resulted in many people having to pay cash and carry. But what's more important is, the question to him will be, what is he doing about it?
Right.
So first of all, if there was a sabotage or attempted sabotage, what is being done about it? Obviously, that has been resolved. But what measures are we putting in place to ensure that that never recurs? Because here we're talking about systems that have been put in place that must have firewalls, that must have security to ensure that nobody breaches that. And so if it's the firewalls, if it's the security measures that have been instituted in these systems that are not enough, that must be attended to. Relative to the patient's data, I think I agree that we cannot have that in the hands of the private individual. So regardless of how the contract was fashioned, there's something that government might have a second look at.
Okay.
Whenever there's a breach, trust me, Serwaa, the risk is that you might have media houses or individuals going on social media and putting out sensitive data about individuals who have visited hospital. It happened somewhere else. Remember WikiLeaks and many other files that have been leaked. It's because there are not enough safeguards. And so if I even go to hospital with a malaria, I don't want that put out tomorrow just because that confidential information has been breached.
Right. But this minister, you know, there seems to be a lot of complaints, concerns about the work that he's doing. But let's see.
Yes, of course. You related to, interestingly, the nurses who protested, picketed, and one of them in Nkinkensu, who used some unprintable words against the minister. He actually called the minister.
They'll later come and apologize.
Yeah. No, okay. So eventually, we are yet to even see the apology from the said nurse.
I'm sure, and that's what I'm saying, they will later apologize.
But the minister has said that he's asked Ghana Health Service to tamper Justice of Mercy and then also pardon her. But you see, so she was queried. The nurse was queried. The Ghana Health Service sent a query to the nurse as to why she should not be punished. Even before she could respond to the query, the minister intervened.
You know, IB, I have a big problem with these nurses and even teachers who keep picketing because they are not paid and they are not posted. I don't see why we pay people for schooling and then when it's time to employ them or when they are employed, they are rather not paid.
True.
Why are you paying people to go to school? If you don't want to go to school, sit at home. Like, we have moved past, because there was a reason why these allowances were introduced in the first place.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, the reason for the introduction of the allowance was to encourage more people.
Yeah.
Because in the past, and Nabi, correct me if I'm wrong, in the past, it was such a difficulty getting people to enroll, to, you know, become teachers and whatnot. Yes. And so these allowances were introduced as an incentive. We don't have that anymore. Why do we still have to continue to pay people to school? And then when they are done with the school and they have to work, rather, we don't have money or we can't find money to pay them. And they'll be picketing. It's oh, Lord have mercy. And we don't have money.
And so you've hit the nail right at the center of the head. Two things are related. First of all, I agree with you that we must not pay people to go to school, acquire skills, to come and work, and the work will mostly benefit them. But you know what they do afterwards? Those in the health sector, they leave. They leave the country. They used to sign a bond that requires that they serve for a particular number of years before leaving. That bond is no longer in existence because the institutions have now been upgraded to a tertiary level. So just like you go to University of Ghana, just as you go to University of Unimac, GIG, and many others, afterwards, you are allowed to do what you wish to do. So why would we want to still keep paying people for schooling? Initially, the idea was a good one. We needed people to serve in these critical sectors, education and then the health sectors. Now, it is more or less like a go-to place to many people. In fact, people do not even get admission into these colleges of education, these nursing training colleges or nursing training schools. And so it's become, I'm sure, Serwaa, you might have had people contact you that I want to go to a nursing training. Please help me. People are struggling to get access. So the incentive that we were giving to them ought not to be there anymore. The decision was taken. It became a political football, remember?
Of course.
Yes. So teachers, nurses, not just that. The managers of our state-owned enterprises, our presidents do not pay taxes. We have a group of people called Article 71 office holders. You know the largesse we give them. It's all because of this idea of seeking the best hands to lead us as a nation, to manage our institutions, and to also enter these critical sectors. Trust me, now people are dying to be president. People are dying to be leaders in state-owned enterprises. So that motivation and incentive
should be taking off.
It should be taken off. We'll have the best hands.
I don't see how these things are. We shouldn't even be. It shouldn't even be up for debate. Exactly. We shouldn't even be discussing it.
I agree.
You know, things have outlived their purpose.
I agree.
And I think that as a nation, we need to set up and make very, strong decisions.
Yeah.
That some of these things, it makes no sense and it doesn't help at all. I don't get it.
Yes.
I really don't understand it.
I agree. For instance, I've never understood why our presidents should not pay taxes. You see, they say leadership by example. And trust me, Serwaa, and I'm sure you know, when you become a president, you don't buy anything, no. And I mean anything. You buy nothing. Not because the state buys everything for you. But even if you buy something from a private hand, they won't take money from you. When things are imported in the name of the presidency, duties are not paid. These are all incentives. I get that. But the point I'm making is that if the U.S. president is paying taxes, why shouldn't the president of Ghana pay taxes? If you and I, the little money we earn by way of income, we are required to pay income tax. Sometimes when we are even gifted things, GRA is on our neck. Come and pay gift tax. Why shouldn't we amend the laws for our president to also begin paying taxes? Yes, our President Mahama has promised that the Article 71 office, emolument, ex gratia, humongous animal will be dealt with. Of course, relative to his appointees. Parliament says no, because Parliament doesn't fall under the president. So Parliament says you cannot touch ex gratia, you cannot touch Article 71 benefit. But the president is in the NDC manifesto that President Mahama says when he's leaving office, his ministers, his deputies, deputy ministers, his appointees, nobody is taking home ex gratia. It will be here to monitor,
yeah,
of course.
We certainly will be here to monitor. But yeah, that's it for Inside Out. Thank you so much for staying with us. I know that tomorrow when we open the phone lines like we do on Fridays, a lot of people will have so much to say. But I really want to hear your views on it. Cancel teacher trainee allowance, cancel nursing, cancel it. Please, cancel it. And keep the money and pay these people when they are posted. And because, yes, build hospitals. Stock the hospitals, equip them.
Exactly.
So that you don't have to take your children and even yourself. Some of these politicians, they even normal malaria blood test, they'll go and do it in London. They'll go to Dubai, they go to South Africa.
True.
I'm telling you.
Oh, no, true, you're right.
Headache.
Yes.
They'll travel.
Yes.
Common body check. Things like you have to check your liver, check your... With all those things, they go and do it outside. So we should stay here
and die
and visit the hospitals here. You won't equip the hospitals. Yeah. You won't empower and equip the nurses and the doctors here. You want to travel outside. Then you use the nursing trainee allowance and to play football, and then take their kids outside school for outside the country for education. Yeah. Almost every single one of them, almost every single one of them. You find that their child is either in some university. Majority of the politicians' children who are in law school, they did their LLB in London.
And then they come here, just sit for the exams.
They do the post-call. Yeah. So we who studied here, we are not human beings, or and we have good lecturers.
That's the point, and that's
we have amazing lecturers.
Oh yes,
but some of our politicians don't even believe in the people that they are governing over.
True, and that's how come in practice you always prove the point. It's like that kid from the side too,
right,
who manages to get to the university,
right,
and shows the kids from the international schools and elite schools Pepe.
Right.
That's how the Ghana trained lawyers are in practice.
Right. In practice,
of
absolutely.
course,
I
of
agree.
course. And
I
once
agree.
again, congratulations. At the point, I didn't want us to do anything for Inside Out. I left the place blank, remember, because I just wanted us to celebrate you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's it for Inside Out. Let's quickly bring you the newspapers, and then the guests will join us. Right, so we'll start with the Chronicle newspaper, and the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. GHOne is NPP's best hope for 2028 comeback. Thomas Kusibuafo. And Brian suggests freeze mining for 90 days, and that will be the solution to fighting or ending galamsey. IB, I don't know that.
Of course, I think we've gone past that stage.
We clearly have.
Yes, we've gone past that stage.
You know?
We've gone past that stage. But of course, Brian has equally been talking tough on the campaign trail, same as Kennedy Japan. They've been talking tough. Dr. Baumia is also embarking on a nationwide tour. It's been quite interesting. But of course, you left out the quotation.
If Brian knew that freezing mining for 90 days was going to do the trick, he was a minister.
Yes, at the point he was in charge of national security.
Exactly. Why didn't they do it?
Good question. Good question. Good,
Clearly,
good
that can be the solution.
Yes.
Because you can't have all these brilliant ideas suddenly when you are in opposition, right?
That's true.
Because Brian at all times has been a very substantive minister.
Oh yes, cabinet minister.
Cabinet minister.
Yes,
you know, so
he was minister for agric.
Yes,
and galamsey is affecting agriculture.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. So yeah.
Maybe you see when you are closer to the epicenter,
you don't see.
Maybe you are blinded, right? So once you exit, you see clearly, right? So you can see very clearly. Is that how it is? Politicians are very interesting characters.
No, because I don't believe in that. Because
no, of course, I also don't believe in that.
He was in opposition.
Exactly.
They knew all the right things to do to end galamsey. That they weren't closer.
No,
they were from behind,
that's
and they
the point.
could see clearly.
Yeah, so they were not blinded then.
At all. So they could see clearly what had to be done to end galamsey.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they are very close to the problem, and they can't seem to find a solution to the problem.
Because they are blinded, they are too close.
They are too close.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
They might need shades. You see? Yes. And so...
Then there's GHOne as well.
Yes.
I mean, I honestly believe that this contest come January 2026 is between Dr. Baumia and Kennedy Japan, the two of them, hands down. It's between the two of them. I don't even think that Brian comes close.
No,
but
Brian might be third.
Might be third. I don't, but it's really between. Yes, it's really between these two men.
Mainly.
It will be interesting to see the outcome, even though many political watchers have already said that Dr. Baumia is very likely to win.
Yes, but sometimes you look at so by one margin. So now the conversation will be by one margin, right? Yes, but of course some of them are also in it for the future.
Right.
Right. So Brian is young. Even if Brian doesn't win this time around, with the clout around him, trust whichever contenders come in future that will give them a run for their money, right? Age is on his side. GHOne cannot say same. Kennedy Japan age is on his side as well, right? But if Kennedy Japan loses, I don't see him coming back again.
Well, I'm more interested in what his loss will mean for the party and moving forward. Yeah. But let's move on. Let's move on to the next newspaper. GHOne? Okay.
Yes, so Daily Graphic this morning says Ghana, World Bank deepen ties to support 5 key sectors, and rice sector can swell by 2,600%, unlock growth with strategic investment. That's according to the IFS. And yesterday, we on GHOne and on Star FM as well, were at this forum where rice and what it holds for the future of this country was highlighted. If you look at our import, it's the 5th on the log relative to the things we import in this country. And there are many people who have problems with their taste buds. The taste buds have been oriented to only say yes to rice imported into the country and no to rice produced in Ghana. We're told that if we are able to pay attention to the sector, and what came out from there is a call on government to set up Rice Development Authority to solely deal with rice production. And if we are able to do that, our CD will be strengthened the more, right? Mind you, the CD is doing well in the last few days. So if we cut down on the imports, we'll have more. And then UBA Ghana records strong performance in third quarter, and health alert, influenza cases on the rise. Of course, Ghana Health Service has issued an alert.
Yes, and please, I think that we've come back to the days where we have to advise ourselves and put on our nose masks, because I have caught it. I know so many other people who have caught it as well, my sister, and a few others. Please protect yourself,
True.
Anyway, let's move on very quickly. The Daily Guide newspaper, NPP flag bearer, raised candidates in fierce battle. There's Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Kennedy Japan, Dr. Yawose Duchum, Dr. Brian Echampon, and Kwabna Ejapon. There. Well, we've gone through that already. We've discussed it, so I think that we can move on with that. On the Drapa CEO's murder, Elisha Mahama gets life in prison. Very sad,
Sad.
And minority raises red flag over AT telecell measure. We'll discuss it very shortly when the guests join me. And Daddy Lumba kids not into widows' fights. Okay. For personal reasons, I will refrain from discussing
I think, of course,
the Daddy Lumba issue. But
I think the family should come together. What they are doing to the image of the man is not fair, and that's my personal opinion. They should come together and allow all of us to mourn the man in dignity. That's the least they can do for him.
I absolutely agree with you. Anyway.
The Ghanaian Times this morning established Rice Development Board for active state intervention to transform sector. That's according to IFS. And Ghana Health Service calls for vigilance to curb spread of influenza. And minority leader advocates inclusion of legally binding corporate social responsibility clauses in contracts. And men must take interest in breast cancer education to help combat disease.
When you tell the men that, when men read these things, they
are excited
to mean fondle the breast and suck the breast. That's what
the examination.
It's part of the examination.
Yes. Oh, boys, what do you say? Yes. And so we are back to the debate about how to go about it and what have you. But of course, the most important thing is that get yourself examined and let's create awareness. Court discharges businessman accused in Ahmed Swale murder trial. And per what I gather, the AG feels there's not enough to get a conviction, right? So let's spread the investigations. Let's get the right people who were responsible for the murder of Ahmed Swale, right?
Well, I think that the AGs also, need to explain a bit more, because this is a matter of high public interest.
I agree.
And just discharging the accused without giving us, enough reasons, because it's some way. I know that the AG can actually discontinue a case, or without giving reasons for it. But clearly, it's not enough.
No, I get that. The public needs, and there have been questions since yesterday. Okay, so why the discontinuation? Why has the man been freed? I think the AG, of course, has been speaking, right, to issues pertaining to the ministry. I won't be surprised, and we'll try. Even on this platform this morning, we'll try to get at least the deputy AG, if he's available. No, I'm a producer, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in fact, let me tell you something. I had actually booked an interview with him, and he's giving me this week, right? Okay. So I was looking at which day is conducive. If it doesn't happen today, trust me, next week it will happen. And I'm telling you this on record.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it.
Anyway, thank you so much. That's it for the newspapers. Let's take a break. We'll be back with Sports Chat real quick. And GHOne Saji is here. Jones, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. I've started moving around. I told people that I have a lot, so me, I know the fear.
That's so.
Congratulations. A lot of people have sent me messages to. I told them I'll read them to you off air, but congratulations. Oh, seriously.
No shout outs today.
Oh, that one will come later. It's for Honorable Edem Agbana.
Okay.
My school, Mauli School. We are 75 years, and we.
Was he there?
No, we are now going.
You are now
next
going
week.
to invite him.
No, he's coming already.
Okay.
He knows.
Okay.
He knows. But then it's for another agenda. Okay. But congratulations. They're celebrating you. Don't worry. The boys have something for you. Eko and Co have something for you. Have faith. But I want to start off with volleyball because today we will be launching the Super Volleyball Championship here in the studios of GHOne TV at exactly 12:45 p.m. And we have a very beautiful flyer for you. The Kratos and then the EIB network have come together to, for the very first time, bring to our listeners and viewers the Super Volleyball Championship. And there you see the flyer. So today it will be happening live on GHOne TV. And Bernard Mona, who owns one of the biggest volleyball clubs in Ghana, Kalibi, has congratulated EIB Network for their sponsorship of the Super Volleyball Championship. Let's get to hear from Mr. Bernard Mona.
Even as we do football, other sports are essential. And when I saw that you are going to cover the event, I was so excited. And I thought that when I come here, I'll commend you for that job.
We've also signed on to another lesser-known sport, arm wrestling, because we believe in, pushing our lesser-known sports, aside football.
But they attract more glory for our nation than...
Yes,
this man used not to like volleyball. But when he started visiting Kalibi, you can see that he comes and he's like, oh, these people are winning. Then the table will turn. Yes. Then he is like, how is it going? The excitement can be thrilled. And I can tell you that your coverage of the Super Volleyball Championship, you yourself will enjoy it. Don't miss to come. Make the time and come and watch a game, and then you will appreciate that there is more content in our store.
Thank you.
Today we expect, I think we can look at the speakers for today now, the speakers for the Super Volleyball Championship. The Bolare obviously would be around. We expect the NSA, the National Sports Authority Director as well. They have the president of the Volleyball Championship Federation as well, and Mohammed Putog, who is with Kratos, as well as the Mr. Yao Ampofo Ankara, Director of Sports at the NSA. And then some other dignitaries, the Honorable for Ashiaman, as well as the Chief Director of the Ministry of Sports and Recreation. So it promises to be interesting today as we launch the volleyball. If you're a volleyball fan, well, join us today at exactly 12:45 p.m. Let's move to football, where the Honorable Edem Agbana was appointed chairman of the Elite U19 Championship, and that happened just 2 days ago, and so it will be taking place at Pram Pram. And Edem Agbana has urged young footballers to be very disciplined and make sure that they have a lot in stock for themselves, but then also know that discipline takes them very far.
TN Elite U19 Championship is designed as a springboard for unearthing and refining young talents across the country. It creates opportunities for gifted players, many from undeserved communities, to showcase their abilities, gain exposure, and receive the technical guidance they need to excel. This initiative is not just about football. It is about discipline, teamwork, and showing the future of the Ghanaian youth. But to our young players, this is your stage. Train hard, stay humble, and remember that talent opens doors, but it takes character to keep it open.
So talent does open doors. Congratulations to Honorable Edem Agbana. Next week we'll meet in Ho, Maoli School, 75 years. And with that, saying a big shout out to all Maolians. Yes, we are the best school in the Volta region, the first university in the Volta region. In fact, one of the best schools in Ghana. And no Sunrise, no other school. Forget all the other schools, they are small. 75 years is no joke. Congratulations, Honorable. We'll meet in Ho next week. And then let's get to Kurt Okreku, GFA President, who is very optimistic that the Elite and the 19 Championship will bring some success to the Black Starlets.
This is a product of the FA, which is so dear to my heart. Because this age category is key in the development of football in our country. The U19 is a key part of our broad policy giving power to the youth and ensuring that we put out products and create platforms that will allow the youth of our country, boys and girls, to realize their dreams. A complete structure in place. From U13, U15, U17 leagues, which are well structured across the country. And now we have a championship solely reserved for products from our national second division leagues across the country. And it's solely reserved for U19 players. This is what we call power to the youth.
And of course, power to the youth. Let's look at how the table are looking like. The groupings, Group A, Group B, with regards to the U19 Championship. So we would see the Northern region, Upper West region, Brong-Ahafo region, the Eastern region, and then the Western region in Group A, and in Group B, Greater Accra region, Ashanti region, Central region, the Volta region, and the Upper East region. So the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence in Prampram will be the venue from the 23rd of October to the 2nd of November. The players will arrive on the 23rd of October and would begin the competition on the 24th of October. Let's end off with some under 20 World Cup news, because yes, Morocco have made Africa proud, and just like Ghana did, they've become the second African country to qualify or to make it to the finals of the under 20 World Cup yesterday. It ended 1-1. They had a penalty, and then after VAR reviewed, they got that goal before France came back strongly in the second half. So a penalty for Morocco, and France came back strongly in the second half and then got the equalizer. It went to extra time and it went to penalty. In that game there, when we went to penalties, well, 1-1, and then France had to miss. They missed 2 penalties, and Morocco won 5-4 on penalty. So congratulations to Morocco. They made it to the finals. They will be taking on Argentina. Argentina beat their counterparts from Colombia, and that final will be happening this weekend. Let's see how it goes. We wish Morocco all the best. They might become the second African side to win the Under 20 World Cup. This is GH Today, and we'll be back after this break.
And Gessim Yassin on the
You're welcome back to the show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa. Amihere. It's time for the breakfast review. This morning, I'm joined by Abdul Fattah Al Hassan Joffa Esquire. He's Member of Parliament for the Yendi constituency. Good morning.
Good morning,
and
Serwaa, and good morning to your cherished viewers.
Thank you. Matthew Nyindam is Member of Parliament for the Bandai constituency and also the ranking member on the Committee of Information and Communications. Good morning, Honourable.
Good morning, madam.
It's good to see you. Yesterday, you addressed a presser where you talked about the merger between AT and Telecel. Since you're here, I mean, it's part of the topics that we are discussing. What exactly is the minority's problem with that merger?
Well, I think that just like you said, let me say good morning to your viewers and then to everybody here and my colleague from Yendi. You talk about the merger. I'm sure that in one of the public statements that the minister made, he said there was going to be a merger between AT and Telecel. Public statement. There is another public statement that he says there is no merger between Telecel and AT. You see the contradiction there. But our challenge is this. AT is 100% shareholding for government. And fortunately for Honorable Sam George, he's been on the committee for a very long time. It got to a time that he was then the deputy ranking member of the committee. And he's been very vocal when it comes to AT matters. He's been very much aware, and he's been on the predecessor, Osla, that look, AT has no problem when it comes to expertise. When it comes to the technical know-how, AT don't have any problem. But the biggest problem of AT is capital injection. We need a strategic partner that will come and hold AT and make AT viable. That's all. And if that happens, AT is going to be the second largest telecommunication sector in Ghana, which we all agree. So back from Osla's days, Osla started something like that, where he commissioned Deloitte to get strategic investors, independent search. So at the end of the day, Deloitte came out with 3 companies, which includes Hanan and Partners, Cell Station, and then Africtel. These were the 3 companies that were shortlisted. But preferably Hanan was given the opportunity because they have been in the sector. So, and they were also bringing $150 million. They were also bringing $150 million into AT and acquiring 85% of the shares and giving government 15%. But unfortunately, it was getting closer to elections, a lot of talk here and there, so they all decided not to take part. So good for NDC and good for Honorable Sam George. When they got opportunity, the president nominated him as the Minister for Communication, which he started well, to be sincere with you. He started by engaging AT, letting AT know that, look, now that I've come, your problems of suffering and all those things are over. I'm going to look for a strategic partner for you, which he started and got the 3rd company, which is Africtel, to introduce their foreign partner, which is called GHOne. And he signed an MOU with GHOne. And GHOne was bringing on board, and is still bringing on board, $150 million. And with the MOU that he signed with Sam George, it's 60-40. 60 for GHOne and 40 for governments. Which we thought that, yes, is good. Although he's gone ahead to do this signing of memorandum of understanding here and there without recourse to Parliament. But we were not talking because we thought that, look, this is a blueprint, this is a roadmap that our government thought we should follow. So if he is following the same roadmap, why should we make noise? Although we would have called him to come to Parliament with all the details for us to know what he's doing. But going forward, we realized that he's backtracked on his initial plans where he was looking for a strategic partner. All of a sudden, he's now interested in merging AT and Telecel. And we are saying that records have shown that if you merge 2 struggling companies, it will not help anybody. Because AT
is Airtel Tigo that has come together. They've not survived because the problem of AT is capital injection. Telecel has equally the same problem like AT. Although they may be a bit better, their problem is still the same because they promised to bring in on board about $500 million initially. They've not been able to do it. Today, when Sam announced, which I'll revisit that aspect, that he announced that AT customers should roam on Telecel. Telecel said they're upgrading their towers or network by $50 million. That's why they said they are bringing on board. Whilst we have $150 million capital injection into AT and $1 billion in 5 years for AT. So we think that that is where the focus should be. 2, we also think that he should make the KPMG report available because as we speak, we don't have any information about what KPMG has brought on board. 2 or 3, we also think that there is a pronouncement that we got that he made. All the networks, they roam on American Towers Company, which is ATC. They all roam on it. And AT is indebted to ATC. So we were told from our source that Minister engaged ATC, promised to give them some $5 million by end of August. But unfortunately, he couldn't meet it. And we don't know what happened. For whatever strange reasons, ATC has withdrawn their service to AT. And that is why he has directed that all AT customers should roam on Telecel. Which means that indirectly, you are just giving the customers of AT to Telecel for free. Because you are having a program today. This is GHOne. If GHOne should sit here and say, because we have challenges, from this time going, don't tune to GHOne, tune to Metro. Indirectly, you have just ceded off your viewers to Metro, just for free. Because that's the meaning. And we think that that is not a good deal. The deal is that let's see how we can make AT stronger. Because if you take AT today, despite their challenges, they have over 300 permanent workers. And they are still paying them. They have about 200 contract staff, which are still working. And if you go to look at those who are doing the small businesses, selling of this, that, and that, they are almost about 1,500 workers. And this is a very huge employment opportunity for these people in this country. So if you go and you are merging them with Telecel, we don't think that is the way to go. So briefly, this is our challenge that we have with the minister.
Honorable.
So, good morning to you once again, Serwaa, and good morning to your cherished viewers and my senior here. And then good morning to the good people of Indy. And then Yana is in town, and I wish to say good morning to him. I listened to the presser yesterday, and I have also just listened to my honorable colleague here. And I've seen that, yes, the problem they have is that they started a process, which he has confirmed here. They started a process of engaging there were three partners they were looking at, and they finally settled on one, Hanam. Now, they didn't succeed with Hanam because of the issues that were raised concerning Hanam's qualification to even do the job that was required of it. In fact, he says here that Hanam had expertise in the area. I want to confirm to you and correct that assertion that Hanam has always been known is never into the telecom sector. It is into mining, natural resources, and finance. And so you bring in a mining company to salvage a dying telecom company was in the first place wrong. You can say that the major reason you were bringing it because of capital injection. That's fine. But they didn't have the expertise, because if you bring in the capital, you don't have the expertise to salvage the situation. You may still come back to ground zero. So it was one of the issues that Sam George raised prior to the elections, that these people were bringing didn't have the expertise. But be that as it may, no one forced them out. They withdrew from the whole transaction on their own. And so the transaction didn't get to see the light of day. And he has also just confirmed here that when the minister, Honorable Sam George, took over, he continued with what was in place. Yes, which means that he means well. But haven't sat on the saddle and started the processes with them. At some point, he has to make his own judgment. So having traveled along that route with them, if he sees that this is not the way out of the situation, he has to be well advised, because currently, so when we acquired 80, when government acquired, no government didn't have the 100% ownership. But when we acquired it in 2018, at the time government acquired total ownership of 80 market share was 25.8%. Now, having acquired it, by the time MPP was leaving office, it had come down from 25.8% to 7%. Now, this is a situation that you would not sit down and allow things to continue that way. So it was prudent on him to take drastic measures. So initially he thought the process you started could rescue the situation. But having traveled along that route for some time, he realized that no, it wasn't the best way out. So he had to reinvent the wheel. And that was why he changed the route. And it's not out of place. As a minister, to take this path and having realized that that is leading you nowhere, you decide to change another route, because your duty is to save the investment and the infrastructure that we have. When they took over 80, currently as we speak, 80 is owing ATC, American Towers Corporation, $1.5 billion. That is huge. Now, the GHOne that they are talking about, GHOne, which is in partnership with Afritel, they are only bringing 150 million, and they have deliberately said what that money is going to be used for. In fact, it's not even going to be used to take care of this debt. It's going to be used for network expansion on their 4G network. And so clearly, and they are also promising to inject 1 billion within a period of 5 years. This is just a promise. You can say that maybe you can do independent assessment, but it's still a promise. And so the minister was having a challenge at hand, because when ATC threatened to take 80 customers off its towers, because remember, all the 80 customers as we have today, when they talk, they are using the ATC towers. Now, if today ATC decides that it is going to discontinue its service to 80, it means that all the customers who are on 80 will no longer be able to make and receive calls. Now, the minister has to make a drastic decision, an urgent decision, to be able to survey the situation, so that customers will not feel the impact. Because once the ATC takes that decision, it means that customers will not be able to make or receive calls. And so that was when he said that, okay, quickly, as a stopgap measure, he would transition, or all customers will now be roaming on telecell, which means that, Serwaa, if you are on 80 today, even though ATC has discontinued service with 80, you are still able to make and receive calls, because by the prudent decision of the minister, your service has been moved to telecell without you feeling any impact. This is what the Ghanaians want. You have to save the situation, because businesses can be lost when calls don't go through, when people are not able to be on their network. So let not everybody say that the minister is not being forthright with the things, because he has the right to change his decisions, and he has the right to see which way is best for the country and make the right decisions for the country. And so I feel the minister is making the right decision. And so now, if the minister decides that we should deal with telecell, it's an announcement. They are now in the negotiations, and at the appropriate time it will come to Parliament for us to all look at it. But I don't see anything wrong with that process. Telecell is a reputable organization. If you go to South Africa, they are the two leading, Telecell and MTN are the two leading operators there. And I heard him in the presser talking about the benefit of competition, if you like, perfect competition, as opposed to duopoly. It is not entirely the case. In fact, if you look at the market today, duopoly is far better than perfect competition. Perfect competition has its own inherent challenges, because we are three here. We are three here. If we are to talk about perfect competition, if I am stronger than the two of you, and he's next, and you are next. Now, the moment he feels that, oh, he's also stronger than Serwaa, he will not be striving to reach where I am. Because even though I am the strongest, he also feels he's also stronger than someone who is Serwaa. So yes, there are 3 players. So that is a perfect competition. But when it comes to duopoly, we now say that Serwaa, because you are the weakest, we will add you to Honorable Nyendam. Now, I am now going to be facing Honorable Nyendam. That is a duopoly. Now, once I am now facing Honorable Nyendam, now, I would not give the slightest chance for Honorable Nyendam to get me in terms of my service to customers, in terms of my investment in the network, in terms of all the decisions I make to satisfy the customer. And Honorable Nyendam will also now be looking up to me. Whatever he will do to get to me is what he will do. He will now look at you and say, oh, even though I'm not getting Honorable Fatal, at least I'm also better than Serwaa. So, duopoly, look, if you look at the aerospace industry, we now have a duopoly there where we have GHOne going with Airbus. These 2 giants have managed to keep competition out, and they have, the fact that they have kept competition out doesn't mean they are not serving customers well. Today, they are investing in innovation. They are coming out with best ways to serve customers, best ways for safety of flight and everything. And it doesn't have any negative effect. Even though it's a duopoly, it doesn't have any negative effect on the airspace industry. And so for them to create the impression that if the minister succeeds in creating a market structure where we have only MTN and Telecel, then by that duopoly structure, we are breaking competition and therefore we are hurting the market. That is totally false. And so I am of the firmest belief that the minister is on the right path, and that at the appropriate time, the details of the transaction will be brought to Parliament, and we always scrutinize it and make the best decision for Ghana and Serwaa.
Okay. Honorable Nyendam, I mean, AT's indebtedness currently stands at over $150 million. How do you propose that it is dealt with?
I didn't get that. It's not.
You said 100 and... No, you said 1.5
billion. Billion.
Not 150 million.
No, 150 is only what Recton is bringing into the fray. But I'm saying that AT's indebtedness to ATC is $1.5 billion US in terms of their tower rentals.
Okay.
But yes.
How do you propose that it is dealt with?
You see, when I listen to my...
And I cannot independently verify
that is...
No, that's okay. I don't have a problem. I just want to take what he's saying. I've listened to him, and I expect him to say exactly what he has said. So that one, there's obviously you can't sit here and talk about your own self. You see, when you say that he's made a bad decision by allowing the AT customers to roam on Telecel, what has Telecel brought on board in the first place? Nothing. As we speak, Telecel has brought nothing on board. As we speak, when Telecel came to acquire Vodafone, they promised bringing about $500 million. They have not been able to do even $20 million. They've not been able to do it. As we speak, although you talk about the indebtedness of AT, currently AT has about 3 million subscribers or customers. Telecel has about 4 million. Compare the two. AT is doing just 3G. Telecel is doing 4G. They have just 4 million customers. And preparing to even receive AT's customers, they are injecting only $50 million. And you think that they are well positioned, better than a strategic investor who is coming in to invest $150 million. What are we talking about? Please, you see, George has every right to change his mind. For that one, we are not saying he cannot change his mind. But I'm telling you that even if he thinks that Recton is not a strategic partner that he needs, we will advocate that he should look for... That has been George's call. When he was a ranking member, when he was in opposition, that has been his call. He said it over and over that if it's about expertise, AT don't have a problem. And if you say that I said that Hanan, they didn't have expertise in they have expertise in telecom. I said that look, they were the people that were selected first, followed by Cell Station and then Africtel. That is the order that they were picked. But when George came, he's decided to go with Africtel, although the other two had abandoned the deal. And in strategic investment, the AT needed money. There is nothing
about expertise that we are complaining about. So if somebody is bringing capital injection and the expertise are already there, why should that be a problem? Obviously, there's no problem. But why he's making the U-turn is what we don't know. But I am telling you that for the AT owing ATC is debatable. If you listen to what happened, you see, because they merged, AT and it's Airtel and Tigo merged, they keep charging them for the 2 towers, which is debatable, which is something that they are negotiating for their indebtedness to come down, because the 2 towers are what they are charging. They charge Tigo and charge what's the name, Airtel at the same time. Meanwhile, they have merged. So for their indebtedness is something different, and they've always been indebted to ATC, but they were working for the past months. They've been operating until a promise was made and failed. So it is not because of the indebtedness that ATC decided to withdraw their service. They decided to withdraw because they were not seeing the commitment from government. They weren't seeing good talk from government. And that is why they decided to withdraw. Today, if you want to go and check, Telecel equally owe ATC. And I'm sure MTN, even them themselves, also owe ATC.
Yes, that's normal.
So it is normal. It is not because of the indebted. It is about the commitment and prepared to do business and looking out and knowing that there is a forward march.
But why can't you see this move by the minister as a measure to fix or cater for, like an emergency measure to cater for AT customers?
Yeah.
Why don't you see
there is no emergency here, my sister. He created the emergency himself.
I think you are very right.
He created the emergency himself.
No.
Okay. No. Oh, you can decide to say no. I'm telling you that.
Look, sorry.
You
let him finish.
I can give you opportunity. I'm very good at that. I can give you. Sometimes you can forget. So sometimes I'll give you opportunity and I'll come back.
Please go on.
Serwaa should go home.
Yes, go on.
You know, he's my friend from. We are from the same Eastern Corridor.
No, you go.
You see, so it is not about a temporary situation. It is very dangerous, because Sam himself says it's not a measure. Are you getting what I'm saying? But we know that deliberately he's working towards that, although he's announced that it's not a measure. And I'm telling you that the problems of Telecel and AT are the same. There is no significant difference. So our call is to look for a strategic investor. Even if it doesn't work, with GHOne, it is George who brought them in.
Yeah.
GHOne came in when NDC came to power. It was not us less than. For Africtel, they've been around. Scancom today was brought in by George. What's it? Africtel. And today, MTN is doing well. All the noise we are making that MTN is doing well, it is because they are investing.
Oh, of course.
It is because they have money and they are investing. So if GHOne is prepared to come,
the right decisions.
Yeah, but if you have money sometimes and you have good counseling and you have good technical know-how, obviously you go far. But I am saying that, or we are saying that for the first time, this is a company that we have 100% shareholding. We should not make any mistake. And for the politics and whatever we want to do, we should not make any mistake.
So can I come?
If we offload AT customers and giving them out free to Telecel, we have just shot ourselves in the foot. I'm telling you.
Why? What makes you think that we are giving AT customers free to Telecel?
You see, for now, all the announcement George had made that they should go and roam on Telecel. What has been the arrangement? Do you know the arrangements? We don't know any arrangements. You tell a company that, look, let your customers roam on another company's cells without any arrangement. We don't know. Whatever benefit is coming out, we don't know. And if you teach a child to go in to do the wrong thing, and the child gets addicted to that wrong thing, you don't expect the child to come back.
Okay.
So you remember I started by saying I read his presser. And his presser even answered some of the questions he's asking. And I'm surprised that he goes back to ask the same questions. Because in your presser, you have it that the CEO, the group CEO of Telecel is in the country. You have said it in your presser. And he's working with the minister to finalize the transaction. So this obviously means that there is something being cooked. I am not the one saying, you are saying it. And so, if today you are here saying that you don't know what is happening, it is because the process has not been concluded. So where are you in a rush to? Let's wait for the process to be concluded, and then we will question the outcome of it. But you can't say you don't know what is happening. And say, well, the decision to let customers of AT roam on Telecel was the best decision ever. Because, no, you do not have to let customers, look, if we had allowed customers...
He created it himself.
He says there's no emergency.
Yes, there is no emergency. There was no emergency. He created it.
I'll come to that, Serwaa. Now, that even is where my issue is. You are expecting a government that acquired 100% share in a company, and that acquired it with promising hopes that it was going to do a turnaround. In fact, when Esla announced the takeover of AT in 2018, she announced a blueprint that was going to be implemented to turn around the fortunes of AT. What have we seen? We have only seen a drop from 25% of their customer base to 7%. That is what we have been able to succeed. That is what Esla has been able to succeed by the blueprint she implemented. Which is why, Serwaa, that today you are owing $1.5 billion, and you can't even pay your promise to pay that creditor $5 million. You can't even fulfill it. Is it the business fault?
But you want to promise them. Because he wants to promise them.
He has to do that because
you don't have to do that if you know you don't have the money. You don't have to go and promise them.
They are threatening to shut down their towers to 80.
And you promise to pay.
Yes, so he made the promise. Thinking that because, look, the company, he oversees the company.
Yes.
So he was hoping that, and you don't expect government to dip his hands into another coffee somewhere to get the man to pay for 80. 80 should be able to raise that money. And we were all hoping that the money could be raised from 80 to pay the $5 million. They are still not able to pay. And so what were you salvaging?
So he was hoping.
No, what were you salvaging when you bought 80? Clearly, look, if government cannot run a private entity, in fact, the telecom space is a very competitive space. MTN, they are not joking. I have worked in MTN for 10 years, Serwaa. I was in MTN for 10 years. And I will tell you that MTN is not joking. And so government has no business playing a role in that space. There's never a day, if even government owes 100% forever in 80, there's never a day 80 can stand the kind of posture MTN is having. And so, to me, I would best advise that government should wash its hands off the telecom space and allow the private players to do their game. Which is why, if the minister comes out to promise that we'll pay $5 million and is not able to pay, you shouldn't blame the minister. It's because that company itself is struggling. And so you should survey the situation. And so if he has to make the decision, because look, so if he had not made the decision, AT was shutting down its services to 80. And that would have affected the 3 million.
I disagree with you.
No, that would have affected the 3 million.
I disagree with you.
That was 80's threat. 86's threat. Is that not it? It was 86's threat. And the minister had to save 3 million Ghanaians, 3 million customers. And you know the implications were, if those people had been put off the network, even if you had gone to bring your Hanam, the 3 million customers, you would have lost them forever.
No, but Hanam is not in this game any longer.
No, because
so
they were your darling boys.
No, what do you call your darling boys?
Because they were almost taken over. I'm using them because in your time they were almost taken over. So even if...
So is it that do you suspect that the NPP has a problem because they couldn't get their darling boys, as you call them, to take over?
You see, when he started, if you listen to him, he said that they didn't have a problem with the minister when he started first. They were very comfortable with him. Why? Because the minister was continuing with what they had started.
Right.
They only became
opposed to it.
Worried.
Okay, maybe
when they saw that the minister was drifting from the plan they had laid. And I am of the view that the minister is forever, it is forever within his rights to make a shift where need be. And he has thought through the processes and he has decided to take that step. And so the fact that he has moved away from what you had started should not be an issue you should have grudge with him. So if he had continued with it, that you will not have any problem. And so it is about our process against your process. That's what I see it.
No. So let me come in here.
Okay.
Quickly, we have to wrap up.
Yes, what we are saying is this. You know, George, there are tapes today, okay, that we can play, where George himself admitted that
80's problem is capital injection. Which you agree, if you have worked with MTN, like you said 3 years. 10 years. Tells you that all the successes that MTN has chalked is because they have been able to put in a lot of money.
It's not always that. It's
my
not
brother,
just about
look,
that.
let me
That's
tell
why
you,
what you said,
the group,
I said
you
they
know,
made the
you know,
right decision.
I'm coming. Yeah, it's the same thing, my brother.
No, it's not all about money. Making the right decision is not all about money. Don't narrow me to money.
I'm not narrow. You see, I've already said that. Look, if it's about expertise, if it's about engineering, nobody is questioning 80 staff. Nobody, including Sam George, was in opposition and even was in government. When he took over, he went to the staff and told them that, look, your days of suffering is over. I am getting a strategic partner to invest in the business, which we all agree. That has been 80's problem. It is not about our process and George's process. No, the problem of 80 is capital injection. And that is all we all see, and that is what we are all proposing. Although he has not been to parliament, we didn't have a problem because we all want to see how we can allow the industry to play with that government, because it is a capital intensive place.
Okay.
Government obviously cannot.
I have to take a break. But this October, join Nana Banamwa and the Women of Valor team for Seeds of Strength, an intimate brunch honoring the courage and resilience of women affected by breast cancer. It's happening on Saturday, the 19th of October, 2025 at 1 p.m. at Alisa Hotels North Ridge in Accra. Unlike ordinary charity events, Seeds of Strength brings survivors and families together for real stories, real impact, and true healing. Tickets are going for 600 Ghana cedis, covering a full meal, drinks, music, and the chance to support breast cancer survivors. And the proceeds go directly to the breast cancer screening and treatment for women in need. Seats are limited. Dial *714 *2202# to book a seat. Seats of Strength. Come, listen, support, connect, and be part of the fight against breast cancer.
Breast cancer thing is, you guys, we have to sit up, especially in the rural communities.
They do, eh?
Yeah, you go there and this is very common, very common. And the people don't even have money.
You should donate to the Seeds of Strength then, because the money
you donate it to remain in Accra.
No. It will go to it will
set up the foundation back at the rural areas, because
yes, but
some don't even have the knowledge. They don't even know that this is breast cancer.
Yeah.
The way they treat it is different. You go and see it, and then you see something, a woman's breast, something valuable, and you cannot even describe it.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
So tell them to go to Pandai and do some work. Go to Bimbla.
Okay.
I actually wanted to say Yendi.
Okay. All right. Stay with me. After the break, there's more. Show. This is GH Today. I am Serwaa Amihere. Are you looking for the perfect escape, an unforgettable event venue, or an exciting group getaway spot? Well, discover the Groove Isipon Beach Resort, Western Region's newest gem where luxury meets adventure and learning. Nestled along the stunning coastline of Isipon, just minutes after Sekondi Takoradi, we are perfectly located between the Abuadze thermal plant and the Sekondi Fishing Harbour, and right next to the Isipon Sports Stadium. The Grove, is more than just a resort, it's an experience. And they have amazing offers. You should call them on 031 200 7000 or 050-861-5340 or 050-5410-5418. Honorable, you said that you wanted the space where you can get in there. So please, this is a very perfect opportunity for you. You can go there, right?
I hear.
Isipon is actually far from town, so
I'll consider.
It's far from town, so it gives you exactly what you are looking for. What you want to do, you can go and do
I just want to go and walk around. That's what I want to do.
Well, if you just joined us, we've been talking about the supposed merger, which we are now being told is not really a merger, the deal between AT and Telecel. The minority held a press conference on that yesterday, and they say they suspect some underdealings. Let's move on very quickly. So the NPP presidential aspirant, one of them, Brian Achampong, has, in one of his campaign speeches, has called for a 90-day ban against mining to deal with Galamsey. Let's listen to that if it's ready. Okay, we don't have that yet, but I'm going to start with you, Honorable Nyinda. It's for many people, it's so rich coming from someone like Brian Achampong because he was a minister, he was a cabinet minister. If he knew that a 90-day ban could fix Galamsey, why didn't he propose it and why didn't you implement it?
Well, I think that in this country, everybody is entitled to his opinion. But sometimes when I sit down and tell people are still struggling for the solution for Galamsey, I ask myself, is it NDC who is still looking for solution for Galamsey? Because I thought they had all the solutions, they had all the answers. Because they promised us that, look, we have done nothing. When they come, within 1 week, they were going to fix Galamsey. That's what they told us. So people bought into their view and then voted for them. We all know the canker of Galamsey. We all know the effects of Galamsey. And let's nobody pretend that Galamsey started only under the regime of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It is not true. We go back immediate and look at what Prof. Mill said. May his soul rest in peace. Galamsey became a huge problem under NDC. Under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then the late Professor Mills. Everybody spoke about Galamsey. To the extent that when Nana Addo was sworn in, he said he was putting his presidency online. It tells you what happened before he became president. So for somebody to say that it was an MPP problem and we should also, declare state of emergency, it is MPP's boys, it is MPP girls, it is MPP whoever that was doing Galamsey. And if MPP is out, Galamsey put a stop to it. But today, is that what they are saying? Then this is that what they are saying? Is that what you hear from them? So I'm even surprised. So
you are admitting that you failed at your fight against Galamsey?
Oh, we did our best. I get what I'm saying. But
what did you do?
What did we do fighting Galamsey?
Yes.
Oh.
What did your best achieve?
Well, you should be asking them, not me. You should be asking them.
No,
because
you tell us what you have done.
We were in this country. When we started fighting Galamsey, NDC organized people who went to the Galamsey site and were telling people that, look, vote against Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, vote against MPP. When we come back, we will bring you back. So why are you not in this country?
Yeah, but you lost in those communities not because of Galamsey.
No, you may say that. I don't have a problem. You are also entitled to your opinion.
No, but it's not an opinion. You don't have any facts to prove that. You don't have the numbers to prove that you lost in those communities or constituencies because of your fight against Galamsey.
Who said?
That is what you are trying to say now.
Don't say I'm trying to say. You are putting words in my mouth. I haven't said.
You said they went to the communities.
Yeah, they went
campaign.
there. They went there campaigning and telling the people that vote against MPP. Okay? If we come, we will get you back to do your Galamsey.
Okay.
It is public knowledge. You have the videos on your laptop or your tablet. Is it not true? You have it. These are things that NDC said whilst they were in opposition. And then during getting close to the election, they said Nana Akufo-Addo should declare a state of emergency. And we all spoke about it. At the end of the day, the people chose NDC ahead of MPP. That we were deeply involved in Galamsey. And if we lost the election, that was the end of Galamsey. So I'm surprised today, we are still talking about Galamsey. Today, when the president is questioned about the state of emergency, he said that he's waiting for the advice of the Council of States. Although he has the powers to declare emergency, but he's waiting for an advice from the Council of State before he will do that. Today, you hear people saying that 9 months is too short to be able to solve the problem of Galamsey. But meanwhile, they promise 1 week, that the president can do just 1 week, and then the problems of Galamsey will be solved. So after the fight of Galamsey, I thought these guys, the NDC has all the solutions. So for Brian to also say they should declare 90 days, and nobody should go into Galamsey for 90 days or whatever, and you are saying that if he knew that, why didn't he say that? He is saying that because these people have failed.
So you failed. So you failed too.
My sister, you see, when you lose elections, it clearly tells you that the people are not, or they've not accepted what you were doing. That is the more reason why they will vote against you. So Ghanaians spoke against Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government. TUC did that. What the lecturers for the first time, UTAG and everybody, coalition, even media. Even the Catholic bishops, I'm a Catholic, and I respect my reverend fathers, my bishops, and everybody. They all came together to condemn the fight of Galamsey under our regime. So clearly, we had issues with Galamsey, the fight of Galamsey. So if you say we failed, I won't begrudge you. At the end of the day, we've lost elections, and Galamsey played a vital role. It was one of the tools that let us down. So if we say we failed, I don't have a problem. But they professed and said that they had all the solutions. 9 months now, their boys are doing the Galamsey. Their MPs are doing Galamsey.
Do you have?
Their big men are doing Galamsey.
You know those who are doing it.
Who?
You know the big men who are doing Galamsey.
You are asking me.
You are saying that the big men, the NDC, their boys are doing Galamsey. Who are those?
You should help us solve this problem.
Yeah, but if you know the boys and the men, the big men who are doing
They
Galamsey,
said that it was MPP that was doing Galamsey. So if MPP is out of power, and Galamsey is still going, it is their boys now that are doing it.
So you during your time, it was your boys.
They said it. I didn't say it. They said it. You should be asking them. We were in this country when they said that if MPP is off power, Galamsey will stop automatically. But today, Galamsey is ongoing. One of their MPs was cited. He knows the man. They are all studying. This man.
Which MP?
Find out. Just go.
But if you know the MP, why do I have to
I'm just telling you that these are information that you are aware. You are just playing the ostrich.
Yeah,
you are aware. This, my friend, is...
so just tell us then. If it's public knowledge, why don't you just say
it is public knowledge.
So tell me who.
No MP has been said.
Today, if you listen to the Attorney General, there were key people he mentioned, 2 key people, executives of the NDC. That one too, you are not aware.
I'm not aware.
Oh, Serwaa, you won't be aware of anything. This one there, forgive me. You are just playing the ostrich. You are fully aware. You are on top of issues. Today you say you are not aware because you don't want to offend them. But tomorrow you'll be aware. You see, when you do this, and today you are asking people to be nationalistic, with Galamsey fight is not partisan. Let's all come together. When all of a sudden did you realize that fight of Galamsey is not partisan? When you held placards, when you went to the sites, and when you did all the noise, and the people gave you power. Now you know what your minister said? He said he need 10 billion. That's why
Ama said that he need 10 billion to be able to fight Galamsey. That one you didn't hear, Serwaa. You didn't hear that one. The 10 billion that he said he need to be able to fight Galamsey. Did you hear that one?
No, what is wrong with that?
And for that one, I want you to be honest.
What is wrong with that?
Not you. This was lady man problem.
Please make your point.
I just want an answer. If you didn't hear that one, too, I'll proceed.
Please make your point.
It means you heard that one. Silence means consent.
Not in every case.
But in this case. So I am saying that we are talking about this issue, and we must all attach seriousness to it.
Right.
Okay. Because the fight of Galamsey, in as much as I refreshed our mind about all what they said, I still think that as a nation, we should see this fight as a common fight. Okay? We should all put some kind of sentiment aside and confront the issues head on. The authority, the powers of the states are in the hands of the president. He has given some powers to the minister who is in charge of lands and forestry. Today we've lost precious guys that had a future. We've lost them to this Galamsey fight. So it's gone beyond a certain level. For Brian to propose that 90 days and all those things, that I think that there's been clarion call to the president that we should try as much as possible to declare some state of emergency in these mining areas. If president would do it, it might help all of us. But if we decide that, look, we still have a lot of rooms to exploit. Galamsey fight, we still have a lot of ways we can fight it without invoking a state of emergency. I'm telling you that we've burned excavators in the past. We've arrested people in the past. We've prosecuted people in the past. So what they are doing is not new. It's not new. And if we have dying issues like this, we must confront it head on. Let's try the state of emergency too and see the outcome of it. And for the 90 days, it is almost the same thing like the state of emergency. Because if you say 90 days, nobody should go to any mining site and all that, it still boils down to almost the same thing like the proposal of maybe let's declare the place as a place of emergency, get the military, get the police, go and sit in those areas and make sure that you ward people off the place. I think it's almost the same proposal. But he's entitled to his opinion. That's what he thinks. That's what he said. I cannot begrudge him.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I was asking, is the 90 days applicable to even the large-scale miners, or is it in respect of only the small-scale, his core? Because the current issue we have is more to do with the small-scale mining space. And so if you are calling for a general...
No, but he's saying to fight Galamsey, so I'm sure that it is with regards to the small-scale ones,
that's
I'm
specific.
sure.
I'm shocked because, you know, he making reference to this is not new. We have done this. This has been done before. This call for a seizure, for 90 days truce or seizure, it's been done. When Nana Addo came to power in his early days, there was a ban in small scale mining sector for quite a long period until there was that call for that to be lifted. Has that addressed the issue? No. I think there should be a better way of looking at it, and I have no doubt that the measures being taken by the current government would nip the problem in the bud, because John Mahama has true commitment, in fact, unalloyed commitment to the fight against Galamsey, which is why if you look at the measures he's taken before, in fact, so I want to point something out. It's scary. The same government, the same opposition party now asking us to fight to put a 90-day this. And do you know what? January 1 to January 6, 2025, this year, when they were their last days in power, do you know that we did from 1st of January to the 6th of January 2025, MPP government actually granted 102 mining licenses within 6 days. Out of this 102, on a day like January 1st, which is a New Year's Day, which is a holiday, do you know that they granted 21 small-scale licenses on a holiday? Do you know that on January 2nd, they granted 11 licenses? January 3rd, they granted 19 licenses. And you can get this from the Ghana Mining Repository. And this was published by Joy News Online. So I asked myself, you are leaving power. Last days in office, 6 days. and you have issued 101 mining licenses, majority of which went to small-scale miners. What were you setting the system up for? What did you have in mind in doing all these things? So what? In fact, I would say that yes, NDC may have underrated the the Galamsey issue, but having come to see it, it is really bigger than we thought, and which is why almost all the measures that we have taken so far, for instance, it was the NPP government that introduced mining in forestry reserves. That has never been known in our history.
Who told you?
Yeah, we brought it. And now they are everywhere crying that they don't want an amendment to the law, they want a repeal.
But you say you want to repeal it. We are not crying for it. It's Ghanaians that are crying for it.
If you brought something and it's creating havoc on our land and natural resources, and we have even come to say that we are amending it to take away that right of the president to grant licenses to small-scale miners to mine in the forest reserve, that is a step you should appreciate, because it is a step towards addressing the problem. It may not be addressing the problem holistically, but it's a step forward. But you don't come back to tell us that we should repeal when you even introduced in the first place. If you believe in the repeal, you should not have even brought it up in the first place. You created the mess. We have taken the first step towards clearing the mess, and you are saying that we should take the holistic step towards even erasing the entire thing that you created. I have no problem. Look at the current issue we have. They made mining small-scale mining so attractive, and Galamsey so attractive to Ghanaians that the appetite has become very difficult to control. In fact, recently you heard what the transport minister said about the importation of this heavy-duty equipment to the country, and almost every one of them was headed towards the mining space. And so the government has taken drastic measures. One, you will need to be given clearance before you can bring in any earth-moving equipment. And when you bring it in, it has to be geographically ring-fenced. It has to be ring-fenced to some specific geographical locations so that you can't just move it about. So if you say you are taking it into this construction site, it must be there. At any point in time, it has to be tracked. So there will be trackers. The president has announced that any equipment, earth-moving equipment brought into the company will be tracked. These are the ways we can actually deal with the situation, because NPP, by the time they left office, they made Galamsey so attractive. So attractive. In fact, in the last 4 years of NPP administration, they allowed Galamsey to flourish to the highest level, because they had seen what their fight between 2017 to 2020 brought them in terms of the electoral misfortunes that they had. And so they said that, okay, if fighting this will lead us this way, then we will better allow it to they don't care what it does to the environment, and they are rather concerned about their electoral fortunes than what the environment suffers. And so for Bright, who is fighting to lead the party, to say make this call at this moment, I think is just, he's being hypocritical. And he wants to now portray MPP as a party that cares for the people of Ghana, and everybody has seen it, because, like he has rightly stated, Galamsey was a major issue. We didn't make it a major issue. In fact, Senior, don't sit here and say NDC made Galamsey a major issue. You made it a major issue because when civil society was on your neck, when the media was on your neck, it wasn't NDC. We are also stakeholders in the protection of the environment, and so if these calls are being made and NDC adds a voice to the call, you should not single out NDC as the one that made Galamsey an issue during the elections. In fact, when civil society did their protests, when university lecturers and other people did their protests, they were not NDC people. I don't remember a single day that NDC organized a protest against MPP in respect of Galamsey. But we saw a lot from the civil society front. We saw a lot from the university lecturers. We saw a lot from the media front. So
you didn't see Jamsi and Co, Sam George and Co, Okujato and Co, when they were
just joining the fray.
So they are part of the civil society.
They were joining the fray.
No, I just want to know whether they were part of the.
Look at the fight you had with the civil society.
Don't worry, they were part of the civil society.
They were. If today civil society organizes a protest against Galamsey, you will join.
Who?
Are you the organizers? MPP will join. You find MPP people join.
No, I'm just asking, so they were part of civil society.
So I'm telling you that, so to sit here and narrow the whole thing to NDC making it a campaign issue, it's neither here nor there. It was an issue you created for the whole country, and you have betrayed the country. You created a mess which is taking us a longer period to clean it. Give us that time, give us the peace of mind. Listen to the step the president has taken. In fact, you may have issues with the speed at which he's moving. What
steps has he taken?
I have mentioned some of them. We have
Registering
amended.
excavators.
No, we have amended the law you introduced, which grants the president the power to authorize mining in forestry reserves. That was the major mistake you made.
Anyway,
the president has taken steps to amend that law.
Okay.
You understand? The second step is that you can no longer just go and bring in FUV equipment without any special clearance or license. You have to now be licensed. And when you even bring it will be tracked. Wherever it is, it has to be tracked. And it has to be referred to a particular geographical location. This a minimum. And we have done the blue with
the blue gates, those people.
Yes, they are working on the ground. And we have a lot of initiatives are being implemented to fight it. Because of the gravity, the gravamen of the problem is going to take us some time to fight it. But
it's no more 1 week.
No one ever said 1 week. Did you read our manifesto?
No, but
on the fight. Did we ever say anywhere in our manifesto that we're fighting?
You didn't say 1 week, but
no, we never said 1 week.
Do you have a plan? Because there are many who have said you don't have a plan. You're now organizing meetings with CSOs to find a solution. Do you have a plan?
Look,
because you seem to have a perfect plan when you were in opposition.
Let me tell you. The reason why I love NDC. NDC has never prided itself as the epitome of knowledge. NDC always believes in tapping into the knowledge of everyone.
But when you were in opposition,
we even never said in opposition. We never said in opposition that we alone will provide the entire solution to Galamsey fight. We never
but you said that you will fight Galamsey.
We will fight. So if I will fight, give me the room to fight. If I will tap into the...
But you had all the ideas.
That's your opinion.
We believe that. Opinion. No, you said it. You made statements.
We made those statements.
Hold on. You made statements. Members of your party made bold statements.
So in
fact, the now Minister for Communications actually said that the president could end Galamsey in a week if he wanted to. Many other people made bold statements.
In our manifesto? Is that what we said in our manifesto?
So we should disregard.
You voted for us based on what we said in our manifesto.
Were you reading your manifesto to the people?
When the president said...
Which yes?
Hold on.
Were you reading your manifesto? Were you not talking? Were you reading your manifesto to the people?
When Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo said he was going to put his presidency on the line, it was not in his manifesto, was it? It was not in it, but he held him to it.
Than the president.
Okay, John Mahama said he was going to fight Galamsey when he was in opposition.
Yes, and what is that?
He said that it was time for us to declare a state of emergency. He said it. No. Don't veer off. You just wanted what the president said. So this is what president said.
Let me address that issue. He said that in contest. Let me tell you one thing.
For this one, he has in contest. But Nanado's own, there is no contest. He just spoke.
When everybody was calling when everybody was calling for the state of emergency at the time.
Who is everybody? Who do you call everybody?
Civil society.
Led by Sam George and Co. That's civil society.
We had 9 of our water bodies completely, for our forest reserves, completely taken over by hooligans. Completely. 9 of our... At the time, we had 44 of our forest reserves under threat. And out of the 44, now we're completely out of the hand of government. Government had nothing to do about those forests. The hooligans, those guys had taken over the 9 of our forests. So it was time to call for the state of emergency.
So you still haven't answered my question. Do you have a plan to fight Galamsey or end it?
We do. And we are implementing that plan.
What is the plan?
I have just enumerated some of them here.
Which is?
The first was to look at the law that in the first place gave the power to the president to mandate the mining in forest reserve, which NPP brought. We went to parliament and amended that section. Today, they are saying that amendment is not enough. They want a total repeal. But that, to me, is the first step.
We didn't say that. We didn't.
Serwaa has asked me for a plan. Serwaa, we have also seen that another threat is the fact that people have the equipment to mine. So if you want to address it from that point. Don't let them have access to the equipment. And even if the equipment come, control the movement and the use of the equipment. Because people, they don't do those things by their bare hands. So once they don't have the equipment, it's a great disincentive towards addressing the issue. And so the issue of tracking the equipment, the issue of reinforcing the equipment to some specific geographical location so that they don't move about, and the issue of having to now issue you with a license. Before now, Hitachi, you could just bring in any equipment at will, at any point in time, and use it at any part of the country. No one knew. In fact, we were not licensing Serwaa. It was so bad that earth-moving equipment did not have number plates. Yes. So no one knew what this was for. And so the system was just free for all.
When should we expect some very concrete steps or results in the fight? No, or in, results.
And what is your definition of substantive results?
I mean, we have heard from water companies complain about the level of even power companies. You have heard medical doctors are complaining.
Yes.
We are seeing how brown our water bodies are. So when I say substantive, these are substantive results.
I agree with you.
So when
I'm
are we
happy
likely
that
to
you don't
see
even
them?
need to ask me. If you were following news just yesterday, there was this news bulletin that the Ghana Water had announced that one of the plants in Western region,
one of them,
yes, which had gone bad as a result of Galamsey, had commenced operations and there was 7 water. And so yes, we agree that some of the water plants have been lost to this illegal miner activity. But as we speak, much improvement is being made.
All right.
Towards recovering those things. And
okay.
So
thank you, gentlemen.
You can with all what he has said.
Then
Serwaa,
you had your first.
You had your what this man has said. You want him to
2 minutes. 2 minutes. We have to wrap up.
You guys say you should be very humble. You should be humble and admitting that, look, guys, just like you said, maybe you underrated the extent of Galamsey and you spoke beyond your limits and promising that you were coming to do something better.
They should be humble in 8 months.
Sorry?
You had 8 years. You couldn't fight it. You are asking them to be humble in 8 months. Why don't you give them the end of the 4 years?
At least 4 years.
Serwaa, you see, men are trapped by their words. Whatever you say, that's what will haunt you. Okay? So it's not about the period. If you want to do the right thing, you will do it. It doesn't matter the time.
Does it mean that you didn't want to do the right thing?
It's not about me. Today, don't be talking about me. That's why
I'm talking about the NPP. Does it mean that you didn't want to do the right thing?
Don't take 1 minute and then give me 1 minute.
But answer that question.
Is that what?
Does it mean, going by your logic, that the NPP didn't want to do the right thing?
So I'll add it in the course of my delivery. So what I want them to know is that it is not time. Because what they said was timeless. They gave themselves, look, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and John Mills, there was Galamsey. 8 years. Why did they not stop it? 8 years, they presided over Galamsey. So don't narrow it that NPP also presided 8 years.
Because
so
when you pass that new law.
After the law, you said you were going to repeal it. That's why we say repeal it. You didn't say when you come, you amend it. So it is what you said that we are wholly responsible. You said when you come, you are going to repeal it. Please repeal. And even those repealing laws don't solve the problem. But that's what you said. You said we could stop it within 1 week if the president wanted.
Where?
And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said that
no.
It was time for us to declare state of emergency. He said it clearly, and I heard it. Now, when you people are failing and they are holding you to your words, you say it is not in our manifesto. Were you reading your manifesto when you mount the platform? You are not reading your manifesto. You were talking. Okay? Today, you are talking about excavators. Let me tell you this story. The last time the Minister for Transport...
It's 2 minutes.
It is not 2 minutes. I want to give...
He's not giving stories within 2 minutes.
No, this story to help you. He talked about that they loaded some, what's the name, excavators, and they put a tracker on the car.
On which car?
The car that was carrying the excavators. By the time they realized, the tracker was on Uber. Towards the side.
I'm happy you said...
It was said by the DVLA. The boss, he said it. I heard him. I'm just telling you how complicated these matters can be. It is not about you giving time that you put trackers on. All those things, we did them. But the show is on the ground there. When you were encouraging your boys to vote for you, and when you are done, you allow them to go and do Galamsey, that is what is hunting you.
We never made that.
But let's all put our minds together. Be humble enough. Let Ghanaians know. I like the way the call is being made. The civil society today, we are talking to them. They are also talking because that is not what you told them when you were in opposition. Now you are in government, you are saying that is not in your manifesto.
Thank you very much.
He didn't answer your question. You see how he has brilliantly dodged your question.
No, I've answered.
Which one?
Which one did you ask?
She asked
about our 8 years, whether we were not committed in fighting Galamsey. That's what he said. I answered her previously because
I told her that if you have lost election,
Thank you, gentlemen.
if you have lost election, it means that
Abdul
the
Hassan.
people disapprove whatever you are.
Thank you.
That's why they voted against her. So she cannot be asking me those same
Your
questions.
meeting
So it means that, so in essence, you didn't do it. That's why they
We
voted
did
you
our
out.
best. Our best was not enough.
Okay.
And they voted against us.
Okay.
They promised the people they are coming to do.
So why don't you give
well.
them time?
There's no time in this. They gave us 1 week. Why you give them time?
Who gave you 1 week?
Mills. What's the name? Sam George said if president could do.
But Sam George is not the president.
President himself said that it was time for declaration of a state of
Did he
emergency.
give you 1 week?
Declaring of a state of emergency. Today,
Did
he said he has powers, but he's waiting for the advice of the Council of State.
But that's the law.
He said that the law.
Thank you,
Today, that's the law.
Abdul Fattah Al-Hassan Joffa Esquire is a member of
Today,
Parliament
that's
for the
the law.
Yendi constituency, and Matthew Nyindam is MP for Bandai and also ranking member on the Committee of Information and Communications in Parliament. Thank you, gentlemen. See you again, God willing, next week. Stay with me. After the break, I have a conversation with PC Esther. You're welcome back to the show, and you know that I'm going to be speaking to my all-time favorite gospel artist. I don't hide that, right? Everybody knows that. PAC Esther is here with me. I haven't seen her in months.
Yes.
In like 3 months.
Yes.
And I'm not happy with her because she missed my call because we prayed about this call.
Of course.
And then she wasn't here to witness it and be part of the ceremony because she knows that she would have definitely been there. And she wasn't there. So I'm not happy with her, but I've forgiven her.
Thank you.
You know, on TV, on camera, I'm forgiving her. But after that, behind the scenes, I haven't forgiven her. Sis, you're welcome. It's good to see you.
Thank you. It's good
she
to
released
see
a
you.
beautiful song and then she left us in Ghana to go and look for money. And I mean, most importantly, to minister across the world. And I am so happy and so proud of her.
Oh.
Says, welcome back.
Thank you
so how many
much.
countries have you been to in the last 3 months?
In the last 3 months, about 3. But in US, you know...
You went to different cities.
Different cities. Yeah, but London, Canada, and then US.
Wow.
In different, you know, cities.
Wow.
Yes.
You're blessed.
Thank you. Like
and
you.
And I'm happy for you.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Seeing you, I mean, sitting down here with you, you know, it's like I am dreaming. Because I've missed you.
I miss you,
know
too.
I've missed you so much. And then I come here, so I would just, you know, grab my sister, you know. Congratulations, my darling.
Thank you, sis.
I know what you went through when you are doing this. Always be you were always sleeping on your
mattress
at the hall. And then
that's true.
You stay away from your phone.
Yeah,
I mean, true. I wasn't seeing you. Text Serwaa says, I'm busy, please, I'll get back to you. So, Lord, I thank you. Now I've got back my sister. Congratulations.
Thank you, sis. Thank you.
And you know, Ghana for mama can't deal with you, Papa Chow.
Yeah, yes.
Please, nobody joke with me these days. Please, nobody. I emphasize on that. Nobody joke on me these days because
you have a lawyer.
You know now.
You have a personal lawyer,
yes,
isn't it?
And beautiful, you know, for that matter. And yet lawyer no kwagese. Bibi account will be effect. Oh my God, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You always make me feel very, very happy about myself.
You,
but sis, let's talk about your song.
Yeah.
So you released this beautiful song and then you went away. So we haven't really had the chance to talk about it properly.
Yes.
Amihere, what was the inspiration behind the song?
Yes. So one day I was just on my bed, sleepless night. I wasn't feeling sleepy. So when I was there, I realized that I have to, you know, go back to my Bible. So I picked the Bible. I opened to 1 Samuel chapter 7 verse 12, and it was talking about Israelites. They sin against God. They were about to go for you know, a fight with Philistines.
Okay.
So now say sa okono definitely no bedin kugu because the hand of God has left them. Until immediately, no, they go to Samuel, the man of God called Samuel. So Samuel pleaded on their behalf with God. Until as a masa boneno efriho.
Right.
So immediately go for the war. Bible says Nyankopon no ankasa fought the fight for them.
Right.
Until omo no ankasa de enyom na kon. Until that place victory, no, it was called Mizpah.
Okay.
Mizpah.
Okay.
Samuel, the boar, you know, or the boar to some place.
Mizpah.
Yes. Okay. That this place will called Ebenezer.
Oh.
This is where
how
God,
far the Lord has brought us. Oh, I see.
And then I realized,
that's the story behind
yes,
it. Okay.
I realized that when I go back in my life, my life is like what the Bible was saying. Ebenezer. This is how far the Lord. That night, in fact, Mekashe Christian when you say Amihere is the song that made sure it was easier for me. I just got everything on that night because I was just singing along. Look, as if the song has been there for years. So I realized, God is telling me something that
Right.
I should share with people that indeed God is good.
And God is indeed good.
God is
so
good.
you went through all of this as well. You know, you're telling me how you wrote it.
Yeah.
I watched a few interviews, and everything PSA does I follow, by the way. So I watched a few interviews where you were asked about who wrote the song, because there appears to be some debates about who wrote the song and who didn't write the song.
That's right.
So you wrote the song.
Yes, I did.
So where's this needless debate coming from that somebody wrote the song?
You know, GHOne is the one. And then he's the one that produced Amihere.
The beat.
The beat.
Okay.
And you know, because he wrote for some of my colleagues, so immediately, and Kwame so said that nyanyom Emma artist BI is like anyone on a troy.
Right.
So they immediately say the source
because
PSA,
he produced the song,
yes,
he
so
wrote it.
That's it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, but that he just produced the beat.
He produced the beat, and also he added this word Odemeko. Odemeba. That part wasn't part of the song.
Right.
So
right.
He was the one that initiated that.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, because I know you very well on a very personal level, when I read certain things,
Yes.
I don't even give it a second thought.
Okay.
But I also have to ask you, for the benefit of those who don't know you, right?
Yeah.
They say that you have issues with some of your colleagues in the gospel industry. Is that is that true?
Not at all.
Is that true?
Not at all.
So you don't have a problem with Empress Gifty?
Not at all. She's my darling. She's my sweet sis.
Okay.
Not at all.
So why do you think that people always want to create problems?
I don't know. You know, there are some people that they are like that. They always want to create enemy between sisters. So.
But have you spoken with her in recent time?
Cool, very cool, cry. And I know say no cry so those things no on final because she knew that there is nothing going on between us. And I've never, so that you know me, I flow with everybody.
Right.
Yes, that is me. Because me to me have bought things in me. And then I don't fake. Everything that you see PSA, that is who I am. Gifty, she's cool.
Right.
Yes.
So what has been the reception to Amihere? Because you've been in the music industry for over 20 years.
23 years
23
now.
years.
Yes.
I started listening, and by the way, I started listening to PSA when I was very young, and
That's
I told her
right.
this the first time that I saw her. So I know all her songs. But your comeback has been extremely amazing.
Praise God.
And those first two songs of yours, you know the one that I'm talking about,
Okay.
the one that you were wearing the, what's the title of the song? Amihere.
Yeah.
And then there's another one. Mo.
Yes.
The success rate, and the one that I was in the video as well.
That's right. Attorney.
The
Yes.
successes have been very great.
That's right.
What has been the response to this very new one?
Oh my God. You know, so Amihere it's like as will be a falling in love. You see, at the first sight.
hearing.
Yes. Immediate, like I said, I released Amihere when I was not in this country. I wasn't in Ghana. I was in US when I released Amihere. Then the response immediately, I look as if on that day, Saturday na me who say, and you know, but me myself no nankasa no na me nim say the tie bia no Amihere will be big song. When I was recording the song, Kwame and I thought about it. Said, "You way, people say, you're not going to, breast." So Amihere, let's say, first week, he released it. That was it. That was it. Everybody was singing it. Even on that week, I went for somebody's naming ceremony. Then the person was, she was singing along with the song. And then you can see the people around. Everybody was singing. I was just like, really? And look as if they make sure you're normal. Yes.
So you see that Ghanaians love you.
Oh my God, I salute them.
Right.
And I own them very well because Ghana for PSA, they can say, they love me and I love them.
And you love them too.
Yes.
Okay, so Made by Grace, Flora Made by Grace is coming up again. This
That's
will be
right.
what, the fourth year?
The fourth year.
The fourth year of it happening.
Yes.
And every year it has been successful
That's
to the
right.
glory of God.
Yes.
Is this one going to be free? Because last year it was free.
Yes.
What about this
year
year?
is free. That's right.
Yes, she'll make
Of course. Of course. That is the reason, you know. There are some people, they just want to come and worship God. But maybe the fee will not let the person come. So why don't we, you know, make it open for everybody to come? It's not easy anyway. It's not easy because founding on this project, I mean, program, no, it's huge. I know what to you are investing in this program. But I know that God, if you are doing, nobody has done something for Jesus, and then no way. Said you will get it back. We just want everybody to come and just give worship to God. Come and just sing Amihere with me. Come and sing more with me on the November 2nd. So you know, last year it was I don't know, glorious, but this year is grace. I mean, overflowing grace. That is the theme for this year, overflowing grace. So you just imagine coming to God with this kind of heart, that the overflowing grace. Oh my goodness, you will see different, you know, changes in your life.
Where is it happening this year?
Accra International Conference Center. November 2. Okay. Yes. It's 5. The gates open 4. But 5.
You're starting.
The first artist is on stage.
So this year we won't delay so much.
Not at all.
That's a promise you're making to
everybody. And
everybody.
You know, that's the promise. And you know, this year, the artists that God blessed us with, oh my goodness.
Let's go through them. So, of course, there's you. Then
we have Joe Metal on the bill. Mm-hmm. We have Ohima Mercy. Mm-hmm. We have Obapa Christie. We have Kofi Owusu Pepra. We have Kofi Kwekutei. We have TNS. We have...
What's TNS?
That is Pentecost, you know,
our choir. Okay, that's nice. Okay.
PIWC. We have a massive choir.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So TNS is on the bill. And also our... legends, Mama Cindy.
I can't wait. I really can't wait.
And then also we have Serwaa Amihere. Because Serwaa, you are performing this year.
Am I?
Oh, of course.
What am I singing? What song am I singing?
Go learn one. I know you all.
I know all your songs.
Because definitely you're gonna sing my song. You're gonna sing.
So we're going to sing together, right?
What God has done for you. My
I
darling.
can't just sit down, can
because normally, no, you don't see beautiful ladies. I almost dream sharp.
Bo, baby, what?
But you are beautiful, and you got that brain. You know, you are blessed. So this year, you are coming to sing. I don't know whether you will sing more, you will sing Amihere, because you need to.